In our data logger system project, this is the Proteus part. We take one Arduino UNO R3. We interfaced our Arduino with a DTH11 sensor, which is for sensing humidity and temperature for our project. We are taking the inputs in digital pin 2, which is the input pin for Arduino, and this is the output pin for DHT11. And then we are going to print our data to this virtual terminal. That's why we connected the virtual terminal with the transmitting pin, which is digital pin 1. And also we connected the com pin, which is for viewing all the data in LabVIEW. We connected it with the transmitting pin and the receiving pin, as we are sending some data and also getting back some data. And now the code part. In the code, we first download the DTH library and then include it in our code, and then we define the pin number and the DTH type. Then we create one class, and then we initialize the baud rate in 9600. Then the program begins, where delay time is 500. And we using the class we created, we create some objects where we read humidity, temperature, and the temperature if it's in Fahrenheit mode. Then one error condition, we are checking if there is any error in our schematic. And then indexing all the values, we printing temperature and humidity. We already compiled the code, and now we are going to simulate our project. So what we can see in our simulation, that the value is we are getting is as serial data. We can change them here from here manually. We can decrease the humidity, or we can change it into, we can increase the temperature. So that's that's all for the schematic and code part. Thank you.
Hello. In this part, I am discussing about the LabVIEW code part. So at first, we open a COM port and clear it so that uh, any previous value is cleared, and then we open the COM port and we insert the COM port into a while loop. So now this is about the while loop, and the loop we are talking about has a delay of 500 milliseconds, so that our input value is logged after each 500 millisecond iteration. And we created a table control so that we can input the values in our data logging table, and we created a array. Uh, then we passed it to the while loop using a shift register. After that, we created a date and timestamp and converted it with the string value. And the date and time, we included it in the array input array function. So this is our input array function, and this is the values we are inputting in our uh, array, and the values are going to be shown in the table control. So whatever we are changing will be shown in the table. And so our data logger system at first get the date and time. Then we created a visa input system and two visa input systems so that we can get sensor values from the Arduino board and DHT sensor. So at first we calculate get the temperature value, temperature chart. We can show the graph by it, and then input it into the array. And after that we inputted the humidity, so that the humidity is shown after it. Then as per instruction we input in our table our three members ID, which is never going to change. And after that we are using a flash control so that our uh, COM port is flashed again, so that we can get a new value each time on each iteration. And we are uh, getting the increasing value of the humidity and temperature calculation, so that the uh, each each iteration we can get new value. And the uh, break condition for the while loop is set to nothing, because we want a endless loop here. And unfortunately, if something goes wrong, then our COM port is closed, and your handling is measured automatically. Thank you.
So now moving to the front panel, the main user interface of our project. So this is the gauge for temperature, this is the gauge for humidity, this is the temperature chart, this is the humidity chart, and this is the table for showing the data. So here we can select the COM port, virtual port that we have chosen already. Okay, let's run this. Here there is no temperature and humidity value currently. Stopping this. Now moving to the Proteus diagram. Here in the COM pin, you can see the physical port is connected in COM1. Now here we can select COM2 for output. Running the Proteus schematic. Here the humidity is 70 and temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Now if we run the LabVIEW part, here we can see the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and humidity is 70. Now we can increase or decrease the temperature and humidity as well. Increasing humidity, you can see the change in the gauge as well as in the table. We can increase or decrease the temperature as well. So here we can see change in temperature and the corresponding graph. So this is our data logger system project. Hope you have liked it. Thanks for watching.